Hello and welcome to the April 2024 vlog. I have a special guest,
Hello.
Mostly because we've done an awful lot of gaming this month, and I thought, I'd invite Gemma on to come and say a few words. It was one of my most popular vlogs last year, so, not having to look at this ugly mug for the whole thing. So we've done a lot of gaming, and we've also done a lot of planning about UK Games Expo, but we're not going to skip ahead. We're just going to go through the vlog stuff first, and at the end we'll talk about our plans for the expo. So, yeah. Cool. Right, so first things first, games played. It's a long list this month. So first one I played was with a good friend of mine called Tom. It's called First Rat, where basically you're playing the part of these rats trying to build a spaceship going up to space. But you're building it out of things like bicarb of soda, lemon juice, vinegar, bits and pieces like that. But it's got this lovely mechanic thing where it's like a rondelle, but with a single path rather than going round and round and round a track. But if you've got multiple rats on the path, you can use the moves of each rat. You can either use one rat to move like 5 spaces, or multiple rats can move 1 to 3 spaces, so long as they all land on the same colour space. And you can get like loads of resources, like big booms and busts of resources. I went down the route of like trying to collect up lots of bits and pieces to build rat spaceships to send rats into space, whereas Tom went down a different route of like trying to get lots of light bulbs, which was like, inspiration moments for him to sort of get the victory points that way. Really good fun, really simple. I was really surprised how like you look at the board and think, oh my goodness, what's going on here? But it was actually quite a simple little game. So yeah, really enjoyed that one.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it was good. It was good, and the artwork was cute as well. You got these little rats just like squeezing lemons and stuff like that. Really nice. Next one was Pokemon Splendor. So it was Splendor with a bit of a Pokemon vibe. So this was imported from like Korea or something, I think. And the only big difference between it and regular Splendor was the idea that if you've got the right evolutions of a certain Pokemon type, you can get the next evolution for free, but you lose the card you've evolved from. So let's say you've got a Charmander, you can evolve it to the
It's odd.
No, that's the third. Oh, wrong.
No.
Lost your Pokemon
Charmeleon.
card there. Charmeleon. Thank you. Yes, you can evolve
I
it
got
to you can evolve it to the Charmeleon if it's available. And the Charmeleon is slightly more powerful, but you've lost the Charmander. So if it did have any victory points, or like how like it's an engine building thing, you lose that symbol essentially, or you don't gain any more because the Charmeleon would be the same. It would still be fire. So yeah, that was really good actually. It's one of my favourite versions of Splendor. We've also played Splendor Marvel. I'll see if I can pop a picture of that, which is good as well. It's quite...
Yeah, the Pokemon one sounds like an interesting take on Splendor, because when we played the Marvel one, I found that it was just... You're just trying to collect the biggest thing that you can.
Yeah.
So yeah, that sounds like an interesting twist on it, to have to think about the evolutions and to get some stuff for free.
Yeah, it was really nice. And it was all Gen 1 Pokemon as well, so I knew all the names from like 30 years ago when I used to play it. More on that later. That's another little mini spoiler. And the last one we played was Heat Pedal to the Metal. So this one's been really popular in sort of board gaming circles. It's like a hand management car racing game where you get like a hand of cards and you have to pick a combination of cards based on your gear. And each car's like got a speed on it, or it's going to be something like heat, which is heating up your engine, which is bad. You don't want too much of that. Or it was like a flip cards from the top of your deck until you get speed cards. I can't remember what that was called. Basically, you've got to handle your hand of cards in such a way that you're drawing enough to sort of keep going at the right speeds, but then slowing down for corners and things. Because if you're going too fast when you go through a corner, you take heat. And sometimes you'll spin out, in which case you have to go back a space and start again, which is a bit weird, but it kind of made sense. Like you've spun out and you have to kind of like re-maneuver your way back onto the track, that kind of thing. It was really good fun. I didn't realise you could totally just like overheat your engine and it would be fine, because you could like get heat back out of the engine through certain actions and certain places on the board. So like one stretch had a weather pattern random token on it that basically meant my engine cooled down as I went, so it was just like, bomb through there as fast as possible, just let your engine cool down and then hit the corner. But then there was like a really nasty corner further on that could only let you play one speed or something, so you had to play like really low cards. So yeah, really good fun. I lost it on the very last turn, I think it was. Like it was really like exciting in terms of like how close we both were, because it was the first time I played it, and watching Tom like doing all these maneuvers, and I'm thinking, but at the end of it, I had a really hot engine, and I only just lost. So yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
How does it compare to, say, is it Formula D?
Formula D.
That racing game. That sounds pretty similar.
Similar-ish, yeah, but I prefer Heat.
Okay.
Purely because you've got the hand management side of it. Like you feel like you got a bit more control. Whereas with like Formula D, it was like the dice, wasn't it? You just got bigger dice to roll, which you kind of got control over. But then you could roll badly and spin out, not through your own fault. Whereas I feel with like Heat, you feel like it's entirely your fault. Like if you've handled your hand badly, you've knackered your own car. So
okay, so yeah. More in control.
Yeah, and quicker too, which was nice. Much shorter game. Really enjoyed that one. Then some games to play with the kids. So Cora Quest. We had another session of that one. Unfortunately, we lost this time, didn't we?
Yeah. Bit of a shame.
Yeah. So real quick recap. It's basically a dungeon crawler that was designed by, I can't remember his name now, but his daughter's called Cora. Remember that one? I think his name's Dan. Basically, they designed this this dungeon crawler together. So it's got a lot of cute artwork that's based on her drawings and things like that. The core mechanics are really, really simplified. So it's like you do an action, you can do up to 2 actions, can't you? They're basic ones like move, attack, that kind of thing. I played a little tiny halfling that was basically just shooting a little slingshot at everything. Our son was playing the tank, but spent a lot of the game just running up to treasure or running away from stuff, which was hilarious. And yeah, we did lose in the end. There is quite a nice mechanic of like having to manage cooldowns of things and making sure you're constantly exploring, which can then introduce more monsters because you're exploring tiles. But if you don't explore enough, there's this mechanic where a countdown time will tick over, and then spiders will appear on loads of the tiles with spider webs on them. So you've got to keep moving, you've got to keep going forward, but equally you don't want to because you might encounter the big bad or something like that. It's nice. I think the kids might have been a little bit disheartened by the loss, but we'll just have to see if they want to have another go, because we played Hero Quest all the way through the first version, really loved it, and then we tried an expansion and that just kind of killed it because it wants you to start off the game solo, so we might go back to that one and just take out the solo bit and just go straight into it with the new character that you get in the deck. But
yeah, I like the co-op like style of Cora Quest. I think that's really good, and I think the lesson we need to learn is like not to split the party, because not blaming the kids, but they just run off, want to do their own thing, open the treasure
chest,
and then not get hit at all, even if they might be playing the tank.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I do also think some of the character cards are not necessarily totally balanced. So I was playing the healer, but it only worked if you rolled successes, and there's a 50-50 chance that you don't...
I think it was only 1 in 3 for the dice you were rolling. Yeah.
One in 3 chance of getting a success, which basically means you take an action and then you've got 1 in 3 chance of success, so a 2/3 chance of failure, which happened on a number of occasions. I just wasted an action trying to heal someone and not getting them any points.
That was the other thing as well. It was an action for you, wasn't it? Whereas a lot of our abilities were free, essentially. We could just do them if the circumstances said you could. Yours was like a free action, and when you couldn't pull it off, it felt like a waste.
Mine wasn't a free action. Mine was instead of
an actual action.
Instead of moving or searching, or instead of doing something else, I was trying to heal someone, and then it didn't work.
Rubbish. Really annoying. But anyway, we'll try and go back to it.
Maybe
try
we'll
another
definitely go back to it.
Especially when we've got an expansion. We're going to get through that as well. And then the other one with the kids was Cube Quest. So this is an older title that I say older title, it's probably like 2 or 3 years old, but things move so fast. Basically, you just get like a cube-shaped box. It's full of more cubes of different colours and types, even one that's like painted like to look like little chests, and you drop them into this arena essentially, and you've got to like create zones of stuff that you can then pick up, and then you score points based on like, did I pick up trolls? Oh no, I take wounds. Oh, did I pick up gems? Oh, I get points, that kind of thing. It's fine. It's a nice little time waster. The only problem I found with it is you're looking down at it going, well, these are all terrible options. Why? I'm just gonna have to pick the best of a bad bunch. Which is okay. Don't play on a carpet. That's a terrible idea. That was part of the problem, was we had like this like flicking mechanics in it as well, and flicking on a carpet is just like dead. So yeah, don't do that. Not really much else to say about that one, to be honest. I don't remember.
No, I just remember all of the wall cubes falling in really bad places.
Yeah.
So that just made it not good options, as you said.
Oh, there were pillars, I think.
Oh, pillars. Right?
Yeah, pillars. So you got you got to pick a triangle based on like 3 pillars. And then take all the stuff in the middle of it.
Yeah.
It's fine. I think we need to play it on a proper table again, and spread them out a little bit more. I think. Drop the pillars in such a way. I've got a feeling we kind of rushed it and like ended up with the pillars clumping rather than spreading out into nice patterns. Anyway, and the last one was just me and me. Well, I won't name her, but my daughter. We're playing Dobble. So she kicked my butt at Dobble. Her reactions are much faster than mine. So yeah, that didn't go very well. And then between the two of us, we've had a bit of a mystery, escape room styly month as well. So we played a couple of games there. The next mystery agency, it was a pirate themed one. I can't remember, was it Barbossa?
No, it wasn't Barbossa.
One of the famous ones.
Was it Bluebeard?
Barbarossa. That was it, yeah. Lovely stuff. Like, this is the chap who, he's part of the Play That Goes Wrong crew. I never remember his name, unfortunately, but it is really, this one's really overproduced. It's beautiful. It came in like a wooden chest, and you've got to get the chest open and then solve a bunch of clues inside. Really good fun. Plus the use of like websites and things to like look up. They look like legit websites. Yeah, great fun. If you get a chance to play one, I would highly recommend it. Plus, they're completely resettable, so you can just, sell them, hand them on to somebody else, give them to another member of your family. Really good fun.
I wouldn't say it was overproduced, though.
Really?
Like, I thought
it
it
a
was
massive
nice.
wooden chest.
Yeah, but I thought that was cool because you're a pirate and you're trying to find the pirate treasure, and pirate treasure is in chests.
Okay, if anybody watches this, right, what is your definition of overproduced? Because this thing was lovely.
I thought
really, really
it was
nice.
on theme and very well done.
Excuse the motorbike. Because we all need to hear that. We all need to know he's got a really nice motorbike. They have got a really nice motorbike.
Are you going to edit that?
No. The next one was another exit. That we love our exits. They're really good fun. This one was called House of Riddles. It was a bit on the easy side compared to some of them, wasn't it? I felt.
It was very linear compared to other exits that we've
grab
done.
my tea. Carry on.
Okay. It was very linear compared to other exits we've done, which in a way is good because it means you're solving puzzle after puzzle and you feel like you're making progress. But in another way, as you said, it did feel easier than some of the other exit games that we've played. But what I did like about it was that all the puzzles felt like they were solvable, apart from one, where you needed an extra bit of equipment that doesn't come in the box, which was a little frustrating. But aside from that...
Oh, and the puzzle that needed at least 2 people, even though it says 1 to 4 on the box. So just watch out for those. Make sure you play this with a partner. Yeah. But, sorry, you were saying about the...
I can't remember, because you interrupted me.
Sorry. It was about the bit with thing where you need an extra bit of equipment.
Yeah, I was saying, apart from that, I thought it was like all linear and solvable and made sense.
Yeah, and we got 9 out of 10 stars, so that helped. And then the last thing we played this month was Last Resort by a friend of mine called Lewis Shaw. And another friend who did the artwork. It's just behind your head here, Last Resort. So basically the idea is that there's a bunch of resorts in space. You are the new proprietor of one of these resorts and you've got to build it up to try and appease these different astronauts that are going to be coming up there to sort of enjoy your wares or your resort
space resort,
Your space resort, exactly, yeah. With this sort of concepts of like buying extra pods that go onto your space station to try and appease certain people, but you won't know what those people will want until you draw them out of this bag. And then you've got this drafting mechanic where you're sort of grabbing these astronauts and placing them on specific spots. So if it's like a red one, it has to go on a red one, or there are some wild spaces as well that you can use. And then if you can't place them on any of your spots, you instead eject them out of an airlock somewhere, so you lose progress on these like 4 trackers based again on the colours of these astronauts, and then you get points based on how high up those trackers you are. In a 2-player game, it was just whoever was in the lead got an extra 10 points, and how much gold you earn during the course of the gold. I can't remember what was the credits.
I don't know.
Credits.
Space currency.
Space bucks. Yeah, basically, whoever had the most money at the end won. I think with that one, there's like a gear switch, isn't there? You've got to sort of know the right point in the game to sort of go, right, I'm going to stop buying stuff and just let it produce things. Because one of the other parts of the game is that as it progresses, you have more and more of these astronauts to draft, so you've got to keep up with demand. Yeah, it was really good fun, actually. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I definitely play it again. I thought it was good. I think there's definitely a balance between trying to house the astronauts and just letting them go, and when to stop buying things and sort of save your space credits as well, because space credits are the
timer.
The thing that wins. That's the victory points at the end is how much money you've got. So yeah, there's definitely a balance to it.
I would make sure you play it in high light conditions though, because there is a lot of iconography on the tiles, and you can see that they really, really love their artwork, in the fact that these icons are incredibly small on some of them. So just watch out for that. But yeah, if you can find a copy, go ahead and pick it up. Right, so just going to move on to the next section now. So this is the bit where we need to pause and pretend like... So on to video games now. So this one's mostly going to be me.
Do you need me here for this?
No, you can leave if you want to. I didn't want to do the expo thing. I'll whip through the games real fast.
Okay.
Right, okay, so video gaming has been absolutely brilliant this month again. They've just released an emulator app called Delta for the iPhone, so I've been able to get a load of my legally obtained ROMs onto my phone, so I can then play the games on there. So I've been going back and playing Kirby's Dream Land, which is what I played when I was a kid, or Mario vs. Donkey Kong, which I missed the first time round. It's an okay-ish puzzling game. It's got some very annoying features. I like Mario can't jump for toffee. There's one called Dark Agency, which is basically a Doom clone, which I'd never heard of before, so I played it. Tetris, I ended up staying up way too late playing Tetris again, because it's it's so good. Absolutely love it. And the one I'm playing at the moment is Oracle of Seasons. So I went through a whole kick of collecting the Zelda games that I used to own because I thought I'd lost them. It turned out I downloaded them digitally. I didn't have them physically. So yeah, I'm an idiot, but I got them in physical form now because there's this whole thing about physical media, blah, blah, blah. But I'm playing Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages, which is the Game Boy Color pair of Zelda games with Oracle of Seasons, which it's classic 2D Zelda, so it's really good fun. And just as obtuse as it's always been, I need to go where now? So yeah, good fun. And then the last one is one we picked up for £4 for the PS4, and I thought nothing of it. I thought, oh, the kids will like that, but I'm going to be like, it's called Portal Knights, and it's basically...
That is the reason why
Minecraft.
Our kids have got square eyes, and you spent, 6 hours on it at the weekend?
4? Including Saturday? Yeah, 6
the
hours
whole
probably.
weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, we ended up playing it all morning. It was a rainy, drizzly, chilly Sunday morning. So
Yeah.
kick the camera. So me and my son, we just played 4 hours of Portal Knights. It was bliss, except for the bits where he just sort of wanders off. He's like, I'm making a base. And it's like, he's not really. He's just digging a massive tunnel, and then he fell through the island and killed himself, which was great. It was so good fun. But he loves it. I actually quite enjoy playing it with him. It's got that progression feel of now I need iron. Oh, now I need to find iron. I've got iron now. Oh, what do I need now? Steel. Okay, now we need to find steel, which is really nice. So lots and lots of video games. Last quick whip through is books read. Starlight, which is based the book by Neil Gaiman, which is the film Stardust, which is the book by Neil Gaiman, which was turned into a film. Love the film. Book was good too, actually. I like the slight differences in it, and the fact that it sort of carries it on a little bit, which I really, really liked.
Yeah. Controversially, I think I prefer the film to the book, but it's a quick read. It's a shortish story, and it is a very good story. But I do think I prefer the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It's not because it's got Superman in it, is it? Does that help?
What? He's not in it.
Yes, he is. He's the knobhead who, the rival for the ladies' affections at the beginning.
Oh, well, he's only in it for a few minutes.
Just remember his name, Henry Cavill. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
A few minutes is all you need. Next
I hope
book.
you at Henry Cavill in this video.
He's not that way. Next one was a really tiny book called, I think it was called Squeeze. Shush now, right. It's a book called Squeeze. It's the X-Files. Basically, it's the X-Files episode where you got Victor Toombs in it. The guy who could like stretch really far and was super strong. It's the first one that he's in. He's obviously in a second one as well, and it's just the characterization of that. It was actually surprisingly well written. I really enjoyed it. I thought, oh, this is gonna be 100 pages. I'll bang it out, and then it's like, oh, you know what? I really enjoyed that. And it was one of the episodes. I remember watching the second one first back in the day when X-Files was a big thing. I really loved the X-Files back in the day. There was one that really scared me called the Fiji Mermaid. I don't know if you ever saw X-Files or anything.
I didn't watch X-Files.
You never watched it. There was one called the Fiji Mermaid that scared the living piss out of me. So if you ever get a chance, go back and watch that. And then started one called Babylon Steel, which is just as cheesy as it sounds, but it is really good fun. I have actually really enjoyed that one.
I thought you'd enjoy it.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of funny. It's super cheesy.
Yeah,
I really like it.
It doesn't take itself too seriously, and
No.
it is a fun read.
Plus, I like all the
Raunchy
characters.
though.
Super raunchy. So if
It's not super raunchy.
all right.
I'd give it 1.5 chili peppers on the
Out
spice
of-
scale.
Out of what?
Out of
7.
3.
So half a raunch, not quite a raunchy.
All right.
Anyway, yeah, it's a bit
Trying to
saucy.
help your viewers judge the
Understand
spice
how raunchy.
scale.
Yeah, it's a good book. Silly, daft, great fun. And then the last one is just doing some proofreading for yourself. So Gemma is a writer. I'm not sure how much I can tell the folks.
You can tell them everything.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So this is so you put to bed the series featuring Amethyst, like you'd finish that one off, and then at some point you got an inspiration for one of the sort of second line characters called Allura Niebly, Dragon Quest.
Yeah, this is the danger of interaction on social media, because I did a joke post asking for people to replace a title in a film or a book with the word dragons, and got some really, really good, fun suggestions, and then someone said, eat, pray, dragons, and a little light bulb went off in my head, and I was like, oh, that's Laura's story, isn't it? And that's what I've written, and that you're alpha reading for me.
I've just finished it as well. So, yeah. Scathing feedback to come. No, I'm joking. Yeah, so there we go. Lots and lots of reading as well. Right. And then game design wise, mostly just working on Ghost Town. So the only game that's inspiring me at the moment is Ghost Town, which is a card game based on the trilogy of Horticulture and Ghostal, where you're building a little town. I think it's starting to settle down now, but I don't know. I'm going to have to playtest the next version and just see how that goes. But essentially, some good ideas have had to be kicked out. Some new ideas have come in. Some ideas that were initially not liked have now become really liked, so I don't know. Anyway, we'll playtest that. Apart from that, not a lot else. So let's just talk about the very last thing, which is UK Games Expo. So yeah, end of May, we are planning to go to UK Games Expo together again. You're taking some books again for this one?
I'm helping out on the Tinkerbots stall,
Yeah.
and I will have some books there, which will include the Tinkerbots books that I've written, one based on Ghostal, and the new one, which is going to be launched at UK Games Expo, is Horticulture, which is a short novella based on that game.
I also proofread that one.
Scathing feedback.
No, not this time. So we've got a bit of that. We're also going to be bringing the copies of Horticulture that are left over from the Kickstarter campaign, so we'll have those to sell, plus a very limited run of the deluxe versions as well. So I think at the moment the plan is to run some raffles or some sort of competition where you can win a free upgrade to the deluxe version, where you'll get additional sort of these coins instead of the cardboard coins. You will get the cardboard coins, but you'll also get these sort of acrylic coins, a play mat to sort of play on to mark where the cards will all go, and the last thing was some plastic overlay cards that replace the tokens that you use to mark cards that you've purchased, because when you purchase cards they've got the border's going to be purple, which is not a player colour. You need to mark it with your token. These are a little overlay that kind of turns it into your colour completely, so they're really nifty. So we've got a few of those, and we're also bringing Ultra Brawl, which I can't see my copy. Oh, here we go. Whee! Ultra Brawl. So this was the co-design I did with Josh from, CPE Productions. Basically, he wrote the comic, he wanted to make a card game, and this is it. Glorious Wrestling Alliance. It's super fun, 2-player, although it has got a 4-player variant that you can play, sort of tag team wrestling. And it's super goofy. It's great stuff. Little combos that you can play, little things you can do. There's dice, there's chits, there's all sorts of things in a little compact box you can slip in your pocket and take down the pub. Yeah, so actually quite exciting.
All good fun.
Yeah, so we're going to be there for the full 3 days, obviously, because we're manning a stall. Tom and Kim are going to be bringing their tables, so that's what the majority of the stall will include, is just massive tables. We'll have our dice box thing again for, like, you know, Lucky Dip, which is also good fun, and see if we can get some really cool dice-style things. Has the cat been in here? Quite a bit of hair bouncing around.
It's not showing up on camera though,
Let's
so you
really
just look
hope
mad.
So it's like, yeah, so we're looking forward to that. So if you get a chance, pop over and see us. We're not in the same spot this time, but we are right next to Van Ryder Games. So if you see the Van Ryder logo thing, you'll see us. I can't remember what we're on the back of. The map they've released at the moment is like green on red. It's really hard to read. But we are up in Hall 2, so come and find us if you can. That'd be really lovely to see you. Maybe playtest Ghost Town, which would be great.
Have you got a sign-up sheet for playtesters for Ghost Town?
Not yet. We should probably get one. But if you are hearing this, then please get in contact. Playtest some Ghost Town with me. I will have it with me the whole time, and I will eventually have time to slope away from the stall and just sort of do some playtesting. The free gaming area is huge again. It's going to be massive, so I'm sure we can find a table. It'll be great. Cool. Apart from that, what else are we looking forward to at UK Games Expo?
I might get some new dice for my D&D game, because my current dice all hate me and many times go in dice jail, so I might be looking out for some new shiny dice. I'll be wearing my new D&D Converse. Quite excited about breaking those in. I'm saving them for UK Games Expo.
Your dragon dress, did that turn up?
Yes. Yeah. I'll be, in fact, one of the days I'll be cosplaying as Allura from my new book, and she loves dragons, so I'll be wearing my dragon Converse and a dragon dress.
And purple hair.
Yeah. I haven't seen any lists of speakers. I might be going blue hair because I couldn't find purple temporary dye. But yes, with hair temporarily spray dyed. I haven't seen a list of like speakers and stuff yet, so I don't know if they've released that. But last year there were a couple of cool sessions that I went to listen to some people speak.
Oh, and you won that really cool poster, didn't you? You
Yes.
did a drawing. I can't remember the chap's name.
Ralph Horsley, I think. Anyway, he drew us a dragon, which is now hanging up in our front room, which is cool. So yeah, I'm excited to see what some of the like kind of events and talks might be, and I'll go to a couple of them, I'm sure.
Yep.
When I'm not at the stall.
Yeah, so come on down. And I guess that's just it. So the next May vlog I might do a little bit early, because I think it runs over the June weekend, doesn't it, this one? So it's going to be May into June.
Yes, you will be away on the 31st. I think that's the Friday.
Yep.
Thursday or Friday.
So I might record the May one a little bit earlier than normal, just to sort of, go through the vloggy bits. Last chance to sort of get people to sign up, and then, go from there. And then... yeah, all the games that I won't be playing at UK Games Expo, because we never play anything. Every time we go there, we just kind of like get so busy, and we end up at at shows and things like that.
We played Blood on the Clock Tower last time.
Kinda. Yeah.
What do you mean kinda? We did play.
Yeah, it took like ages to get set up.
Yeah,
Bless
but we
him, Adam
played.
was doing his best, wasn't he?
We did play it.
Yeah. So we played one game. No, we played some other bits, didn't we? It was one night. Out of the 4 nights we had available, we played once. One night.
Well, it's tiring and we're getting old.
Speak for yourself.
I'm getting old.
Anyway, cool. In that case, I think it's a good place to sign off. We're down to the last 6 minutes of recording time, and the battery has taken a whooping. Yeah, so nothing else less to say. I'll sign off there. Bye.
Bye.